Welcome back to Restaurant Food Fest.
Said 63.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that from 15 minutes ago. Shows you where my mind is. Alright, we're going to take some of the burger.
From the last episode.
Yes, from the last episode. And use some corn tortillas. And again, peppers and onions. And I'm going to use some chipotle peppers. Saute that all together. Put it inside a couple corn tortillas and put them on the panini press. Gonna be kind of like a quesadilla. Quesadillas usually use flour tortillas, and the squirrel got corn, so it's gonna have a little more body to it, a little more crunch. The pan is screaming hot, so I'm gonna go throw ground meat in it. Screaming hot pan. It's basically one patty, which is, I'm guessing that's about a 3/4, half pound ground meat. Ta-da! Now, almost done. Peppers, onions. Easy enough. Saute it all together.
When are you going to put the chipotles in?
Relatively soon. I'm trying to think of what else I want to put in here for flavor.
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon. Bacon's always good. So I'm going to take some of these chipotles, some of the sauce, a little more of the sauce, and I want some liquid, so I'm going to use a little water. The reason I'm doing this is because I want the flavor of all the chipotles and everything to sift through the meat. I'm not going to keep the liquid. I'm going to let it burn off, but I want the meat to simmer in it for a little bit to give it some more
zing.
Yes. Oh, it smells great. I love that smoky
Chipotle smell.
Smoky chipotle. Alright, that water's almost all gone. I'm going to take cheese.
Are you going to put the cheese in there? Or just
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that what I'm trying to do is bind this up a little bit.
Okay.
That's all. You could very easily just melt this on the press. Which, would you like to plug in, by the way? That's it. That's what I'm looking for. See how it's kind of...
Has a mass to it.
Yes. I want something that is not crumbling apart. What are you giggling about?
Just that amorphous blob that you've created.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. Because it sticks, it stays where you put it.
And we're back.
Tortillas. Amorphous blob of flavorful stuff. Kind of right in the middle of the tortilla. Stay there. That one's going to be screaming hot because it's got a big piece of chipotle right there. If you overfill these, they're going to shoot everywhere. It's not a big deal. Put a lid on it. You see me keep tapping this thing. Normally the top of a top of a panini maker is real loose. It swings back and forth. So that way when it hits the top of your sandwich, it just kind of flattens out. This one's still real stiff, so I have to tap it so it's not hitting the sandwich like this and smashing it down as it goes. So
And pushing the top off.
yeah, that's why you see me banging on it, because I want to get the top aligned to where it's supposed to be. I don't want to get them all messy with that.
I want to get them messy with something else.
Come here, you little brat. It's formed down into the grooves, and it doesn't want to come up. Very simple, kind of like a quesadilla, except with a corn tortilla. They stayed soft, which is good. Like I say, corn tortillas are difficult to do that with sometimes. Some of you are going to go, no, they're not. Well, because you're better at them than I am. Not one of the things I'm used to cooking a lot with. So, as you can tell, I'm burning myself and ripping at the shreds. Stop it. Now, see, I would just serve this with a little bit of sour cream. And it's got all that good stuff in there, pretty much almost like the burger, except this one, of course, has the hot stuff in it. Ta-da! Another very quick and easy lunch sandwich type thing.
Cool. What else could you put on the side of this other than sour cream?
Guacamole.
Guacamole you could put on there. Salsa, taco dip, any of that stuff. Anything you like with Southwestern food, you just put on. I of course like sour cream.
Sour cream is good.
Yes, it is again a food group in and of itself. But you could, like I say, you could change it up. You could put queso blanco or fresco in here instead of the cheese mix I used. I didn't happen to have. I usually do. I like the Mexican cheeses. I usually have some, but
They don't melt.
didn't have any today, so just used what I had. But yeah, it's really easy. And these things, again, you don't have to use a panini press on these. You could do the same thing throwing it in a skillet. You could actually take, I've actually seen chefs do it when they didn't have the press that they wanted, but they were trying a recipe out before they put it on a menu. They'll take one bigger pan, one smaller pan, heat them both up real hot. Put your product in the big pan, take the hot second pan, put it inside and use it as a press. And then you just put a, number 10 can of whatever product you have on there as a weight, and it'll sit there and press it. You can do it with heated bricks, but that's way too in depth for this. Simple stuff is.
All right. So, what are we going to be doing next week? Do you have any ideas, Joe?
Not a damn clue.
Cooking.
Okay.
I'm going to get to some questions too. Along with those questions, people are sending in lots and ideas. So I'm going to go through some of the questions and then pick up some of the ideas that people want done and maybe do a couple of those.
All right. So let's finish this up. Once again, we're having a huge response from our Twitter audience, and we do appreciate it.
Yum. These are good. Wow.
You got to just to pull together. What was I saying? Our Twitter followers. I've started to put things in Twitter as the episode is progressing. Once I start editing and whatnot, and the basically behind the scenes technical stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, once we get back on top of this, because you were sick that week, so we're kind of playing catch up with the episodes.
But
normally he has a week to edit. He's been doing it in 12 hours.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that it turns out better than that. Anyway, continue to hit us up on Twitter if you have any questions. If you want a fairly quick turnaround response type answer, ask the question on Twitter. If you want us to include questions in an episode, shoot them to us at restaurantfoodfast@gmail.com. A couple episodes ago we did a whole
I've been less responsive on the mail and the stuff because I've been working lately. So once it gets back to where I'm not working as furiously, I'll be able to be a little more responsive.
But we will be able to answer some of them on the next episode. We owe Miguel some answers for something, and there's a couple other people that have sent in questions that asked for responses during the show. So we'll take care of those. You can
Watch how many Chipotles you use.
Dude, you're sweating.
Oh, they're good. I love hot food.
Anyway.
I happened to get one that had the big Chipotle and the pepper in it. I was like, ooh, that's yum. Love the flavor, but I'm going to pay for that.
Anyway, remember, you can still drop us comments.
Yes. Where at?
At restaurantfoodfast.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you look down here on the left-hand side, you can subscribe to the video feed through whatever media player you use. iTunes is there also, so we have a feed in iTunes. That way you can subscribe to that. Shoot us emails at restaurantfoodfast@gmail.com. Twitter us at restaurant_food. And that's pretty much all I have. So until next time, I'm Ward.
You need to trim that mustache, and I'm Chuck.
And this is Restaurant Food Fast. And we're out.